Welcome back Pokefans to part 23 of my Nuzlocke challenge, and we are finally in the Pokemon League. Today we are going to be going ahead and challenging the Elite Four. I'm actually quite excited, and here are my current team members. Currently all of my team members are at level 64. I think one of them is at 65, which is my Raptor. I did go ahead and check out all the GMs that we had picked up till now, and went ahead and taught few team members some new moves. Either way, we are finally ready to challenge the Elite Four, and I'm really excited about that. Alright, I guess since we are ready, I think we can actually go ahead and move on forward. We do have a few challenges that are tough, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be from the third Elite Four. I think the first two shouldn't give too much of an issue. But here we are. I did go ahead and buy a lot of full restores and max potions, even though I'm not gonna be using any of them. I think mostly this will be required once you complete a battle with an Elite Four. I mean, you do have to go ahead and heal up your team members before you challenge the second one. Either way, let's quickly go ahead and show him the 8 badges so that this NPC can move out of the way, and we are finally getting a chance to go ahead and enter this room. As you might know, once we enter, there is no going back. The doors will be closed, and the only way to go back is if we lose. I'm really hoping that we don't, so let's see how this goes. Alright, here is our first Elite Four, and the room looks amazing. His name is Aaron, and he's going to be actually having only bug type Pokemons, which is pretty good considering that it's Elite Four. I think we shouldn't have too much of a difficulty since we have a lot of Pokemon who can deal with bug types. Alright, he has 5 Pokemons, and the first one is going to be a Dustox. This is pretty good. I think we are able to easily take down these Pokemons. What I found about this Dustox is that it's just here to just stall you. So it's easier to just defeat it as soon as it's out, because its moveset just has Toxic, Light Screen, Moonlight and Bug Buzz, which is just used for stalling. So I decided to go ahead and take it down in one hit, considering that we are a bit higher for these first 2 Elite Fours anyway. Alright, he's actually bringing out his Heracross. Pretty cool. Now this Heracross does have Earthquake and Rock Slide in its moveset, so it's better to actually take it down. If your fire type is not faster, it's better to switch out to a flying type, and Raptor or any other flying type can take it down pretty easily. It did have Brick Break as well, so that's nice. Alright, his third Pokemon is gonna be a Beautifly. It does know Psychic, Shadow Ball and Bug Buzz, but it does have a unique move called Quiver Dance, which is quite dangerous if it gets to use it. So I did decide to take it down as well. I'm really glad that Infernape is faster over here, as it's making us, have an easier time with it. Alright, he's bringing out his Vespa Queen, which is quite nice to see over here. It has Acrobatics and Aerial Ace, Attack Order and Defense Order, I believe. But I don't think it should give us a lot of trouble over here. I did go ahead with a Flamethrower, and as you can see, it did survive. But I don't think it can actually do us a lot of damage at this point, so I'm not really too concerned about it. Okay, it's going for an Aerial Ace, which is faster, but it still didn't do the amount of damage. So we are able to take it down in this next turn. Not bad. At least we didn't let Aaron over here heal up his team members, so that's quite nice. Alright, let's see which is his last Pokemon, and it's gonna be a Drapion. Not bad. I really like Drapion because it's quite unique, and let's see who we can actually switch out to. The best one I decided finally was going to be Gastrodon, as it is the only one that still has the ground type move, so that's better. Now this Drapion has Earthquake, Night Slash, Cross Poison and X Scissor in its moveset. It is quite strong. The moves are pretty good as well, but thankfully it really doesn't do that much damage on my team member, so we are able to take it down in one hit. Alright, this battle was really easy and we have gone through it without getting a lot of damage, so I'm really happy about that. We have defeated the first Elite Four. Alright, the second Elite Four is gonna have ground type Pokemons, so I think I'll go ahead and just heal up my team members and we can move on. Alright, let's quickly go ahead and go up this lift. I'm glad they're having these platforms for each one of them. And here is the second Elite Four. It's actually Bertha, and she is gonna have some really strong Pokemons that we have to actually take down. It's gonna be a bit trickier since I only have Gastrodon who can actually help me. But let's see how this one goes. Alright, she's gonna be starting always with a Quagsire. Pretty cool. Now it does know Toxic, Earthquake and Surf, and also actually recovers. So if you do have a grass type Pokemon, it's actually really good to lead up with it. Just to make sure that you're able to easily take this Pokemon down before it deals any damage. Thankfully over here, I did teach my Bronzong, Grass Knot, which was really helpful in this case. We were able to take the Quagsire down in one hit. Alright, the next Pokemon is actually going to be a Golem, and I might have to go ahead and use Bronzong again, just because that we have the Levitate ability. Now this Golem has Earthquake, Stone Edge and Heavy Slam, which are really good moves, and it also has Sturdy, so you can't really take it down with one hit that easily. It also has Rock Polish to increase its speed as well, so it's a bit trickier. Over here I did decide to use a Psychic type move first, just to make sure that I don't have any issues with the Sturdy ability, and then I went ahead and went with Grass Knot. So this should be able to take down the Golem as well. Alright, that is the second Pokemon down. We are doing pretty good, but I think I do have to switch out my Bronzong at some point, as it did deal a lot of damage. Okay, she's actually bringing out her Sudowoodo. Now it does have a moveset of Head Smash, Sucker Punch and Low Kick, with the last move being Double Edge. This is quite strong, but I think we should be able to take it down if we have the right moves. Again, I believe this Sudowoodo also has the Sturdy ability. If so, then we can't actually take it down in one hit. Over here, I wasn't really sure if it had, so I did go for Close Combat. And it seems like this did not actually have Sturdy ability because it did faint. So that was quite lucky. Either way, we have defeated the third Pokemon as well. Alright, her fourth one is gonna be a Viscash, and I really wish I had Bronzong over here. As you can see, it is at half health, which means I might have to choose another Pokemon to take down the Viscash. So it's always important to have your grass type Pokemons, not get too much hits, because there are a lot of team members in Bertha's team who could go down with just one move of a grass type. So unlucky for me, but let me see what I can do with the other team members I have. I didn't really want to rush it over here, just to make sure that I do the right decision, because without using the right kind of Pokemon, I would definitely lose this challenge at this point. So I did want to make sure that I choose the right one. Alright, finally I did decide to go ahead and switch into Skuntank. At this point, I had to come up with a strategy because I wasn't really sure if we could actually take down the Viscash that easily. Well, Viscash does have Earthquake in its moveset, which means I can't really keep out my Skuntank. It might go down. So I did decide to go ahead and switch into my Staraptor at this point and try to see how we can deal with it. Now this Viscash also knows Ice Beam and Hydro Pump, so it's gonna be a bit trickier. Thankfully it went for Bulldoze, which is actually the ground type move it knows. I think I mentioned it as Earthquake, but I'm sorry about that, it's actually Bulldoze. Alright, we did decide to use U-turn with Staraptor, as that actually easily helps me to switch out my team members. Well, that is actually gonna be my strategy. I'll either be switching out to Skuntank or Infernape and then switch back to Staraptor. That way I won't be really dealing too much damage on my team members and I'm still able to take down this Viscash. Of course, I might actually get hit on my Infernape with Ice Beam or any water type move. That is still a risk that it is present, but this is the only way other than healing up my Bronzong that I can actually take down this Pokemon. So this is what I'm gonna be doing. Alright, at least we are decreasing the attack of this Pokemon, so that's nice. Okay, unfortunately over here we did get hit with a water type move, but I guess we are still good since we do get to use U-turn once again. Alright, let's go ahead and see which Pokemon we can bring out next. I guess I can still go in with Infernape, but it is hit a bit more. I'm afraid that if the Viscash does use another water type move instead of Ice Beam, it might be a bit trickier, but let's see how that goes. This time I did decide to bring out my Skuntank. I was afraid that the crit hit might take down my Infernape. Thankfully, it seems like Viscash was gonna go ahead and use Ice Beam, so that was nice. I think we are at a good range for a Night Slash, so I went ahead with that and we were finally able to take down the Viscash. Alright. That was not really a foolproof kind of strategy. It was something that I came up at that moment, but we were still able to take down the Viscash. Alright, let's see which is the last Pokemon, and I believe it's gonna be, yep, it's gonna be her Hippowdon, which is her main team member. Alright, the only one that can deal with this is gonna be my Gastrodon, so this is gonna be it. Now this Hippowdon has moveset of Ice Fang, Earthquake, I think Rest and Crunch. So we are up against a lot over here, but I think we should be able to manage with Surf. Okay. Unfortunately it didn't take it down in one hit. I think we are finally coming up to a point where we aren't able to, one hit the opponent. So from now on, the challenge is gonna be a bit tougher. Okay, I wonder if she's gonna be healing. Apparently she did, so let's hope she doesn't have too many of those full restores, because we don't really have too many different kinds of moves. I did decide to use Ice Beam over here, just in case if she had another full restore with her. I think the Surf should be able to take it down without her healing. Alright, we have finally taken down her Hippowdon as well. So that is Bertha, and we have defeated her. Alright, it wasn't too difficult, but it wasn't too easy either, like how we had the battle with Aaron. Okay, from now on it's gonna be a bit more challenging. I'm pretty sure we are gonna have to battle Flint next, who uses fire type Pokemons as well. Now that my team members are fully healed, we are finally ready to go ahead and move to the next room. Let's quickly go ahead, and here is gonna be Flint. We have met him in Sunnyshow City, and I think it's time for us to go ahead and defeat this guy as well. Alright, he is gonna be having 5 Pokemons just like the others as well, but I'm not really sure which Pokemon he's gonna be starting with, so let's see how this goes. Alright, he's actually gonna start with a Rapidash. Now you need to be careful about the Hypnosis move of this Rapidash. It will definitely try and use that as well. Other than that, it does have Flame Charge, Poison Jab and Iron Tail in its moveset. Let's actually hope it doesn't try using Hypnosis over here. I mean, I'm not really sure how bad it's gonna be. Thankfully, it actually went for Iron Tail, which is very weird. And let's actually hope this Surf will take it down. I need this Rapidash gone down. Alright, okay. So that was a really good start. We were easily able to take down the Rapidash without any issues with the Hypnosis move. So I'm actually happy we were able to do that. Alright, the next Pokemon is gonna be his Lopini. This Pokemon has High Jump Kick, which is an annoying move. It does have Fire Punch and Quick Attack as well. I believe it's mostly gonna use High Jump Kick, but I do want to take it down as soon as possible. If you have any, high attack power move or any fighting type Pokemon, just go ahead and send it out and take it down as soon as it comes. And this is because High Jump Kick can be a lot dangerous. You never know how bad it's gonna be. Either way, we were thankful enough to take it down in one hit, so that's quite nice. And it seems like my team members are leveling up as well. Alright, he's gonna be bringing out his Steelix. It has Thunderfang, Fire Fang, Iron Tail and Crunch. That's really not a bad moveset, but I think I should be a bit careful over here. I'm not really sure if Infernape is the good team member to be using, so I did switch out to Gastrodon. Let's see how this one goes. I'm going to try and use Surf, and we'll see if we are able to take this Pokemon down. It's a bit trickier whenever you're dealing with a Steelix, as it's not that fragile as an Onix, so you're not really sure if it will be able to go down. Thankfully over here, the Steelix actually went down for my ground type move, so that was amazing. Alright, now that my team members are around level 65, I think I'm much more confident. He does have a Driflim, which he is going to be bringing out next. So I think going to Luxray is going to be the obvious choice. This Driflim is just here for annoying because it just has a very good moveset. It uses Minimize, I think it has Will-O-Wisp and Budan Pass. So if it does use Minimize a lot, it might, go ahead and Budan Pass into his Infernape, which is really troublesome considering the fact that Infernape that is, pretty fast, very strong, and if you're not able to take it down, you will have a really bad issue in your hand. So, yep, as you can see, it has already started using Minimize. Let's hope we are able to take it down over here. If not, we are gonna have some trouble. Okay. We almost took it down. Like literally, I think it survived with 5 HP over there. Unfortunately, it went ahead and used its citrus berry, so I'm not really sure what's gonna happen next. I guess the best thing I could do is just go ahead and use Volt Swish. As you can see, it did use Budan Pass over there, which means he's gonna be bringing out his Infernape next. And I do not want to have my Luxray up in front with Infernape. So that was a really good choice of move for me. Let me quickly go back and see which Pokemon I can actually bring out for his Infernape. Now, his Infernape has Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, Close Combat and Mach Punch. I guess it's a variety of moves, but I'm a bit worried about the Thunder Punch over here. I did decide to bring out my Staraptor, but let's see how this goes. Okay, this is gonna be a bit more tougher from here. And of course, the only move I apparently have is Air Release. I actually wish I had gone ahead and thought Fly. For some reason I did not, but thankfully we were able to take it down at its health raise. Now that was actually pretty good. I'm actually very happy that I used Volt Switch on my Luxray, which actually did a lot of damage on Infernape, and we were easily able to take it down with our Staraptor. Not bad. So let me actually switch back to Luxray, as the only Pokemon that's left with him is gonna be his Driflim, which I think we can actually easily take it down with a Thunderbolt at the level of HP it is currently. So this was pretty challenging. There were points where I did feel like I could have used another Pokemon, but I think the way I used my team members in this battle did make sure that I didn't really lose too much HP on all of them. Okay, this turn it did try burning my Luxray, but it doesn't really impact me because I'm using a special attack move. And we have taken down the Drapion as well, which means we have finally defeated Flint. Alright, so that is the third Elite Four and we have one more to go. I am really excited for this one and let's see how that one is gonna go as well. Alright, poor Flint was a bit confused over there, but well, now that we have our team members healed, I think we can actually move on to the final Elite Four. I am really excited about this because this is the final challenge we have before challenging Cynthia. So this ought to be very interesting. I'm actually quite nervous. That's the reason why I'm just running around the room over here. I just did not want to talk to this guy, but we have to defeat him to move on forward. So let's go ahead. Now this is Lucian and he's gonna have psychic type Pokemons. Quite tricky, but I think I have Skuntank, so let's see how this battle goes. As always, he's gonna have 5 team members and the first one he's using is Mr. Mime. Now this Pokemon has Light Screen, Reflect, Psychic and Dazzling Gleam. A really good moveset, and it's definitely going to try and set up a Light Screen or Reflect, so it's easier to actually take it down. Alright, I did go with Sludge Bomb. Unfortunately, it did not do the amount of damage I was hoping it to do. This might be mostly because I don't really have that good of a special attack in my Skuntank. And it seems like it actually set up a Light Screen. Alright, I think we are still able to take it down with a Night Slash, even though it's not super effective, just because Mr. Mime's defense is really not that good. Alright, we have defeated Mr. Mime over here. I think it was a bit trickier, but we were able to easily take it down. Alright, he's actually switching out to Medicham. Pretty cool. Medicham has Thunder Punch, Ice Punch. For some reason, it also has Zen Headbutt and High Jump Kick, which I think is a pretty good moveset. It is all around. I actually really like the moveset these Elite Four have because, you know, they do have a variety of moves. Alright, I did decide to go ahead and go to Staraptor to see if we can take down the Medicham before it starts using High Jump Kick. I really do not like that move, and I know if it uses it, it's gonna, hurt a lot for my Staraptor. Alright, at least we are faster and... never mind. We were not able to take it down in one hit, which is acceptable. But as you can see, it actually used High Jump Kick over there and it almost took down my Staraptor. So that's the reason why I usually like to take these Pokemon down. Okay. I guess he's gonna be healing up the Medicham once again over here, just because I wasn't able to take it down in one hit. Yup, he used a second full restore. Let's hope this turn we are able to take it down. And we do. Alright, so that is Medicham down. Let's see which Pokemon he's gonna be bringing out next. And I might not be able to use Staraptor in this battle after this. Okay, he's actually gonna go ahead and bring out his Girafarig, which is quite tricky. Girafarig has Psychic, Thunderbolt, it has Light Screen and Trick Room. You have to be very careful about the Trick Room because the final Pokemon of Lucian is actually a Bronzong, and using Trick Room means Bronzong is gonna be faster than any of your Pokemons unless you have a slower Pokemon than his Bronzong. So I guess this is gonna be a bit trickier from now on. I wish I had taught Trick Room to my team members just to counterattack his one, but it seems like I'm not able to do anything at this point. So let's see how this battle actually goes. I'm hoping to take it down, but I don't think we are able to take down this Girafarig with one hit. Okay, that was alright. I think that was not a bad move over there. Sadly, it did use Trick Room, which means it's gonna be faster this next turn than me, and I do have to be a bit careful. Okay, it actually went for Thunderbolt, which didn't do too much damage, and we are able to take it down in this next turn. Alright, let's see which Pokemon is next. I believe it's gonna be probably Bronzong, which means I might have some issues, considering that Bronzong is gonna be faster than me now. Okay, he actually brought his Alakazam out. I did not realize he did have this Pokemon, whom we should be able to easily take down with a Night Slash. By the way, Alakazam did have Nasty Plot, Psychic, Future Sight and Shockwave in its moveset. But for some reason it seems like I had a lot of luck over here, and my Skuntank actually got crit hit twice in a turn over there, so that was quite nice. Alright, at least the light screen wore off, so we shouldn't have too much difficulty with his Bronzong. Now it does know the moves Earthquake, Gyro Ball, and I believe it still has the moveset of Payback and Trick Room, which is gonna be a bit tricky if you ask me. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna be handling it. Over here I'm still deciding which one to use, because I think no matter what which one I use, Bronzong does have a lot of special defense, so I do need a very strong team member to handle it. I think the easier way would have been directly just going to Infernape and try using a fire type move, but of course it still has Earthquake in its moveset, so I wasn't really sure if my Infernape could survive a turn, and that actually worried me a lot. This is the main reason why I went ahead and switched out into my Gastrodon. Alright, let's see what we can do over here. Of course I can't use my ground type move just because his Bronzong will have Levitate just like mine. Okay, he is actually gonna go for Earthquake, which was unexpected considering that my Gastrodon is also a ground type Pokemon. I did decide that Surf was gonna do a lot of damage, other than the other move in its moveset, so I just decided to go ahead with Surf. Okay, I can take one more Earthquake before I would have to switch out. And we have done quite a lot of damage on this Bronzong as well. I think one more move should take it down. But of course not. It does have a Citrus Berry over here. Okay, never mind. We need two more moves to take it down. Now at this point I couldn't really switch out to either Skuntank or my Luxray or Infernape just because of the Earthquake. So I went ahead and finally decided that I would actually bring out my own Bronzong. Thankfully it actually used Earthquake over this, so I was able to freely switch in. Alright, the only move that's left for me to actually use is gonna be Payback, so that's what I'm gonna be doing over here. Unfortunately, I moved faster, which means if he uses Payback now, it's gonna hurt a lot for me. Ouch, that was bad. But I think I won't be able to use Bronzong anymore because of it. Let's hope it will actually use Payback again over here when I'm switching out to Infernape, which will not really do too much damage. Okay, it actually used Trick Room again, and this is bad. I cannot use Infernape anymore because my Pokemon is gonna be slower. I did decide to risk it. I am gonna be sacrificing Staraptor if that's the case over here. Let's hope it uses Earthquake for this turn just because I had Infernape out, and yes, it actually used Earthquake. Alright, so let me actually go ahead and switch back. I can't really keep my Staraptor outside just because it has low health, so I'll actually switch out back. Okay, let's see which move Bronzong is going to be going for now. I'm really glad that this Pokemon doesn't have any Psychic type move, or else we wouldn't have this easy of a battle. Okay, I am gonna be switching out into Staraptor once more, just because again I am just waiting for the trick room to actually end. I think it will end in a few more turns and we can then go ahead and use Infernape to take down the Bronzong. Alright, thankfully it actually used Earthquake again, so that was quite nice. So let me switch back and go back into Infernape. Let's hope it actually uses Gyro Ball again and doesn't really hurt me a lot. Okay. Alright, I guess it's gonna use Payback. That is even better because it doesn't at all hurt me. Thankfully the trick room ended over here, so I am faster. Let me quickly go ahead and take down this Bronzong. Decided to go to Flamethrower and we were able to defeat Lucian. Alright. That last part was a bit trickier, but I'm really happy that we were able to take him down. And it seems like most of my team members are at level 66. This is really good. I am hoping that we will be able to take down Cynthia with this level. I am happy that my strategy worked at last over there and we have finally defeated all of the Elite Four. That is amazing. Alright. Well, I feel like this is actually a good place to end out this episode. In the next episode, we'll be going ahead and finally challenging Cynthia. It's gonna be amazing battle and I'm actually very excited for that as well. I think my team members are quite ready for the challenge as well. So let's see how that goes. For today, thank you all for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Your support is what's getting me through all of this. And let's see how our Nuzlocke challenge ends. Well, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!